The Ecchi genre in anime is characterized by suggestive sexual scenes, risque humor, and lots of fan service, but without reaching the level of explicit hentai. Throughout this video, we will explore 10 notable titles, focusing on their most provocative aspects: suggestive scenes, daring animation style, use of fan service, and level of censorship. In addition, we will briefly introduce the plot and main characters, with special emphasis on the female characters of each series, so you can see why they are considered among the best in the genre. Get your popcorn ready, because this is going to be intense. In 10th place, we have a series whose plot revolve around cooking, but which does not skimp on suggestive scenes. Food Wars tells the story of Soma Yukihira, a young chef who enters the prestigious Tatsuki Culinary Academy. Although it is not pure ecchi like the others on the list, it stands out for its shokyuki, cooking duels, that include very peculiar moments of fan service. The exaggerated reactions of the students when tasting the food are accompanied by almost orgasmic expressions and risque visual effects. These comical scenes often show the characters in post-orgasmic poses or with their private parts mysteriously hidden, thus creating that ecchi touch. Irina Nakiri, the golden nose of gastronomy, with blonde hair and the haughty attitude, whose dishes lead the characters to experience culinary ecstasy. Despite her sweet face, her reactions to eating are mesmerizing. Megumi Tadakuro, Soma's classmate, shy in nature and pure of heart. She is often dazzled by the best dishes, starring in very intense, comical reactions. Ikumi Mito, nicknamed Languid, she is a meat lover with a sensual temperament. Her passion for meat cuisine includes scenes where she shows off her cleavage and talks mischievously about cuts of meat. From the stoves of Food Wars, we now move to a fantasy world full of battles and exotic girls, where fan service is combined with fights and supernatural love affairs. Sekirei is an action-romance ecchi series with a twist. The protagonists are women with special abilities and voluptuous curves. Minato Sahashi is a young failure who meets Musubi, a beautiful girl from another planet with great spiritual energy. She is part of a survival game. She must touch, usually kiss, her ashikabi, human boyfriend, to awaken her power. The highlight of the series is the intense combat scenes where the Sekirei goddesses fight in skimpy outfits. Each fight explodes with fan service featuring revealing battle dresses that fly through the air, showing underwear and dynamic poses. In addition, each girl has a unique design: long hair, large breasts, wings, colored locks, that highlights the suggestive nature of the plot. Musubi, female protagonist with black hair. She is naive, passionate, and has great resilience. Her white dress slips off in the first episode, creating the series' first major ecchi scene. Kusano, Ku, a sweet girl with pink hair and rabbit-like ears. She falls in love with Minato, and her tight uniform often reveals compromising details. Matsu, Musubi's twin sister with green hair and a serious personality. Her red military uniform is also extremely revealing, and she stands out for her determination in every battle. Now we leave the romantic fights behind to immerse ourselves in a world where monster girls live with a single human boy, and sexual mischief is guaranteed. If you like girls with a fantastical twist, Monster Museum is for you. Kimihito is an ordinary guy who, due to a law of interspecies exchange, ends up sharing a house with voluptuous mythological creatures. Maya, the snake-bodied lamia, Poppy, the harpy bird, Centauria, the centaur warrior, and several others. The most notable thing about the series is its daring and charming fan service. Each episode is full of ecchi situations where the girls use their unusual bodies to tease Kimihito. For example, Maya hugs him with her long tail, Poppy bangs her wings against the other's breasts in the air, and Ragnara, a spider girl, uses her multiple arms to caress him. The animation highlights their curves and fantastic features: shiny scales, tails, wings, multiple breasts, in great detail. It is essentially a romantic comedy with continuous fan service, although it maintains an adorable tone. The scenes may be risque, but always within a comical framework and with innocent and affectionate characters. Maya, a red-haired Lamia girl. Her half-snake body makes her very sensual. She is affectionate, and her large tail stands out in her episodes, giving hugs. Literally. Poppy, a small harpy with short blue hair. She is childish and carefree. Her wings allow her to fly alongside the protagonist, causing embarrassing falls and stumbles with her on top. Centauria, Syria, a blonde and very proud centaur. Unlike her warrior nature, at home she blushes easily. Her chest is prominent, and some scenes show her trying to help with household chores wearing a skimpy apron. Now we switch from fantasy to something paranormal and spicy. A boy in a monster academy with 3 girls competing for his love and his blood. This series mixes romance, comedy, and supernatural action with plenty of Ecchi. Sukun is a human student who accidentally enrolls in a school for monsters. There he meets Mocha Akashia, a beautiful vampire with pink/white hair and other fascinating girls. What stands out in Rosario plus Vampire is the harem dynamic with female monsters. On the one hand, you have Mocha, who has 2 personalities, the sweet exterior and the powerful interior, and often appears with a veil that hides her more voluptuous form. When she reveals it, an instant Ecchi scene occurs as we discover that her breasts are much larger. In addition, Kuumu the succubus and Yukari the cheruf are blatantly flirtatious and provocative. In every encounter, they try to seduce Sukun with dances, revealing dresses, or displays of strength in skimpy outfits. The animation focuses on their bodies and transformations, combining fights with moments of fan service, such as special swimsuits or animated fan service sequences in the style of Power Cycles. It is a classic of the genre with a cheesy touch, where the sexy aspect is mixed with friendly affection. Mocha Akashia, vampire princess with pink hair external and white hair internal. She hides a great secret behind her amulet. Beneath it lies a supernatural form with enormous breasts and sensuality. Kurumu Kurono, angelic succubus with sky blue hair. She falls madly in love with Sukun when she sees her and uses her powers of seduction, including a transparent veil that highlights her figure, in search of her love. Yukari Sendo, a small cheruf with fuchsia hair, adorable and mischievous in appearance. Although she is the little girl of the group, she does not hesitate to pose suggestively and chase Sukun playfully. Having seen monsters and vampires, we move on to a post-apocalyptic setting where the survivors not only fight zombies, but also take advantage of any break for fan service. This anime mixes zombie horror with constant sexual scenes. A group of students, including a nurse with an impressive bust, struggle to survive after an apocalyptic outbreak of the undead. What makes High School of the Dead famous in the Ecchi genre are its numerous provocative images. The main girls are often caught in compromising situations, such as wearing torn clothes, getting wet after a flood, or facing zombies in revealing uniforms. For example, Nurse Rei Miyamoto is captured in several erotic scenes while sleeping or bathing, with the camera focusing on her figure. The series also includes frequent panty shots, for example, when falling from heights or fleeing from zombies, and sudden moans in the middle of the action. Although the plot features realistic violence and graphic gore, the animation does not shy away from highlighting the female attributes and sensual movements of the survivors. Due to this combined content, it was controversial in several countries, and in some versions broadcast on TV, scenes or dialogues were censored. In its uncut version, all the eroticism can be appreciated along with the tension. Rei Miyamoto, the black-haired nurse. Brave, but emotional, she is famous for the way her uniform is torn to shreds after facing attacks, revealing her underwear. Seiko Busujima, a disciplined, slim, and tall samurai. She keeps her clothes intact most of the time, but even so, the design highlights her elegant lines. Her elegant red kimono manga contrasts with her firmness in combat. Saya Takagi, a prodigy, stubborn and pink-haired, but with a surprisingly large bust. She often argues with Rei and Seiko, but also stars in brief, embarrassing moments, such as when she gets wet walking in the rain. From zombie crises, we now move on to a comical alternate reality where everything indecent is forbidden, which unleashes perverse chaos. This anime satirizes censorship and puritanism with laughter and lots of fan service. In a future where the government has banned all sexual jokes, Tanakichi Okumura studies to be a model citizen, until he meets Ayam Kaju, a rebellious girl who fights to regain erotic freedom. What sets Shimonito apart are its exaggerated sexual gags. Ayam is famous for going out in public, wearing panties as a hat, or secretly distributing sex education curricula. The humor is explicit in its use of obscene language, but always wrapped up in slapstick comedy. The fan service is shown in a parodic way. There are plenty of close-ups of underwear, provocative poses at protests, and plots where even throwing eggs, partially naked, is part of a revolutionary act. Despite the acidity of its jokes, the animation maintains bright colors and comical effects when accidentally revealing any character's underwear, which ensures laughter and blushing. Ayam Kaju, Blue Snow, a cheeky anti-heroine who pushes boundaries to the limit. Always with her panties on her head, she is responsible for distributing erotic material and educating the public about sex. Anna Nishikanomiya, beautiful student council president, obsessed with Tanakichi. Unlike Ayam, Anna is totally guilty and submissive. Although very pure, she ends up in very erotic situations without realizing it, generating strong romantic feelings. Tsukamoto, she's crazy about the protagonist. She's a distributor of Coriolanas with a revealing uniform. So much so that in every episode someone ends up thinking she's sexier than she is. Now we change the setting to something more athletic, but just as daring. A unique competition awaits us where the competitors' bodies are their main weapon. Get ready to see the most sensual sport ever animated. In Keijo, women compete in a tournament where they must knock down their opponent using only their buttocks and breasts. Any contact with the hands is prohibited. The fighters wear special competition bikinis, and their goal is to push their opponent off the floating platform on the water. The fan service is absolute here. Practically every blow becomes a racy moment, whether it's a butt squeeze or a full-speed chest collision. In addition, each character has unique abilities, breast impact blows, hip techniques, all explained with commentary from judges who don't hide their amazement, or those nearby who are suffocating at such a spectacle. The animation highlights the elasticity of the body, emphasizing the girl's breasts and hips in a cartoonish but intentionally provocative way. It's a lighthearted, comical, and censored anime that focuses on pure Ecchi comedy. Every fight is a sensual parade with guaranteed laughter. Nozomi Kaminashi, athletic protagonist who trains to be the queen of Keijo. She has short black hair and a well-proportioned figure. Her best moves are based on the speed of her, but literally. Sayaka Miyata, Nozomi's pink-haired rival. Cheerful and talkative, she is famous for using her immense bust to attack. She is often seen with cheeky smiles when facing Nozomi. Kazan Aoba, the serious captain of the team and one of the tournament favorites. With blue hair, she masterfully wields her hip attacks, and when performing, she strikes an elegant pose that highlights her attributes. From sports academies, we return to supernatural auras, but this time with a very crazy and sensual story involving celestial girls and goddesses. Prison School is famous for being one of the most extreme and comical Ecchi series. 5 boys are admitted to a prestigious girls' school that recently allowed them to enroll, only to be brutally punished by the student council for their mischief. The punishing staff consists of 3 very strict girls: the tough vice president Miko Shiraki, the athletic Hana Midorikawa, and the temperamental president Chio Kurihara. The series is characterized by the magnitude of its ridiculous sex scenes, from basement sessions with milk baths that turn humiliating to the popular prison pleasures, where the girls use their breasts and buttocks in scandalous ways. The fan service is so exaggerated that it includes close-ups of breasts, buttocks pressed against faces, industrial vibrators, and comical sexualized torture. The animation emphasizes extreme contrasts. Faces contorted in pain while feeling pleasure, costumes tearing upon contact, and droplets of milk or lubricant circulating. Despite its explicitness, the series maintains a tone of parody and dark humor, making even the punishments a source of laughter and shared embarrassment. Miko Shiraki, vice president of the council, with gigantic dimensions, especially her chest and buttocks. Her strictly feminine uniform barely covers her generous anatomy. She loves sadomasochistic punishments, using everything from weights on the chest to whips, all narrated with her intimidating laugh. Hana Midorikawa, a black-haired girl with an athletic figure. Sweet at first, she reveals herself to be a disciplined enforcer. She tends to use more subtle techniques of sexual torture, and her efforts to obey orders result in comical situations. Kiyoshi Fujino, protagonist. Although he is a boy, his presence is significant. He is the target of Miko and Hana's hostility, receiving all kinds of ridiculous punishments. His facial expressions of pain add even more humor to the scenes. We now move on to the intergalactic world of overflowing romance. An Earth teenager and an alien princess with an appetite for love and accidental mischief. This saga is a classic example of comical Ecchi harem. Rito Yuki is an ordinary student who is in love with his lifelong friend, Haruna. When he tries to confess his feelings to her in a bathtub, Lala Sadalin Devyaluk, the alien crown princess, appears out of nowhere, fleeing from being forced into marriage on her planet. At that moment, a series of ridiculously Ecchi incidents begins. Rito accidentally touches Lala naked, and she decides to stay on Earth, legally, married to him, without him remembering anything. From then on, all kinds of girls and alien girls arrive at school. Momo and Nana Devyaluk, Lala's younger sisters, Yui Kotegawa, the strict Sundara, Yami, Golden Darkness, the silent assassin, and many more. What makes To Love Ru stand out in Ecchi is the absurd amount of accidents and suggestive comical situations. Interrupted showers, underwear peeking out as they fall from the sky, clothes glowing with alien energy, even magical transformations. The animations emphasize every slip or embarrassing moment. Close-ups of hips, accidentally inappropriate touches, and, in To Love Ru Darkness, nighttime appearances of girls in leather outfits or barely their uniforms. In short, each episode is one fan service sequence after another, always wrapped in a light romantic tone and lots of comedy. Lala Sadalin Devyaluk, an unforgettable pink-haired princess. Cheerful and carefree, she frequently appears in states of semi-nudity due to accidents and alien gadgets. She has the ability to transform objects into anything, which leads to absurd inventions such as ray guns that expose underwear. Haruna Serenji, Rito's childhood friend with jet black hair. She represents the normal love interest amid the chaos. She doesn't participate much in the Ecchi, but her simple clothing sometimes stands out in contrast to the others. Golden Darkness, Yami, an assassin with golden eyes and long blonde hair. She initially appears cold, but deep down she is clumsy and curious. She often relaxes by shedding her combat attire, black uniform, and wearing mundane clothes, allowing the viewer to consciously enjoy her curves. Momo Devyaluk, the most entertaining of the sisters, mischievous, manipulative, and capricious. She loves to devise plans to turn Rito into her love slave, creating ridiculously suggestive situations with pairing algorithms. She is the one who takes Ecchi into the realm of mad science. Finally, we end our list with the most iconic series of modern Ecchi, where demons, angels, and devotees accompany our hero in a feast of fan service. Topping our ranking, High School DxD is a magnet for fan service and supernatural laughter. Issei Hyodo is a perverted student whose first date ends in tragedy when he is killed. He is later resurrected as a servant by Rias Gremory, a fiery red-haired demon and heir to a powerful infernal clan. He joins her school club, where he is surrounded by several equally charming and very well-endowed demon girls. What sets DxD apart is its irreverence and the number of sensual scenes in each battle. Fights against fallen angels or demons come with comical pauses to see the girls in revealing outfits. Each demon in the club has a spectacular design. Huge necklines, tight outfits, wings, tails, necklaces with magical symbols. They're shown in detail. Among the most notable are Rias Gremory, the main female protagonist with long red hair and deep blue eyes. The benevolent leader of the club, she is a very attractive demon princess. Throughout the series, we see her fighting in dark outfits and light armor that accentuate her figure. In addition, in moments of intimacy, Issei often sees her in sexy lingerie, and she knows how to play with his innocence to provoke him with tender caresses. Akino Himejima, the vice president of the club, with dark purple hair. Half demon, half fallen angel, she is an expert in electrical magic. Akino combines her docile appearance, soft voice, and angelic face with an extremely flirtatious attitude. She is famous for scenes where she challenges Issei to touch her breasts to prove her words, or for attacks that reveal her large breasts bouncing with each lightning bolt. Asia Argento, a pure-hearted blonde girl, formerly a benevolent nun, turned into a demon of light. Although less provocative in appearance, her character cares for Issei and sometimes literally faints from embarrassment when receiving suggestive attention, bringing innocent moments to the erotic environment. Kaneko Teju, a small albino demon with nekamimi, cat ears, features. Despite her size and serious expression, she has a very developed body for her age, which leads to comical situations when Rias and Akino urge her to wear barely fitting uniforms, and sometimes look enviously at her figure. In High School DxD, every battle with a fallen angel or major demon ends with some clothing flying off, strategic camera cuts, and a lot of mischief. The series even includes uncensored OVAs where the fan service is even more evident, such as beach scenes or intimate moments in the harem. Its mix of supernatural action, sexy demon girls, and mischievous humor makes it the undisputed favorite of many Ecchi fans. These 10 series demonstrate why the Ecchi genre is so popular. They offer lighthearted stories peppered with laughter and abundant fan service. From magical battles where clothes fly off to highly erotic sports competitions, we hope you enjoyed this provocative tour. Which of these series makes you cringe the most or laugh out loud? Leave us your opinion in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more anime content. See you next time.